morning. So good to see you all. I'm just coming live here to share a little update and to share fun, exciting news and all manner of things just for a minute. So very briefly, and excuse my hair, y'all. It is a rainy and muggy Friday afternoon down here in South Tennessee. And so my hair is doing all kinds of ungodly things that it ought not to do, but it is what it is, and we soldier on. So, okay, so let's see here. I want to share some updates with you. Number one, a huge thank you for all of your kindness and your prayers and your encouragement and your faithful and generous giving and your reading of the website and all your comments on the blog and on YouTube and everywhere. You guys are awesome. And I just want to thank you because not only is your participation encouraging to us, because of course that's why we're here, is to serve you, but it means a lot to me that and to my whole team, that you are participating, also because it tells me that you're seeking Jesus. Now, of course, you might be seeking Jesus and not have ever read our website, and I'm certainly aware of that. However, the fact that you are aggressively reading and attending classes and Bible studies and things like that is definitely concrete evidence that you are seeking Jesus, and I'm so proud of you for that. And thank you, friends, for that. Thank you for your kindness, and thank you, Jerusalem. Sister Jerusalem. I'm not talking to the city, but the sister by that name. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for that. We just concluded our study on the book of Philippians. If you did not get that, it was totally free, and it's still totally free until I take the link down. Okay, I have not taken the link down, and you can get the class, all 4 replays of all 4 webinars, because it's 4 chapters, right? So 1 webinar per chapter. And you can get that just by going to the top of any blog post. You just click into any blog post on our website, and right at the top it has webinar links for what's upcoming. And you'll see the one that says Study of the Book of Philippians. And we've had so far, I don't know, like 360 people sign up for that. And so please, if you haven't gotten that, I'm about to take the link down in the next day or so. Please go sign up for that, and it'll be totally free, and you can get those replays for free, okay, on the study of the whole entire book of Philippians. That is the first time we've made it through a whole Bible book, so that's cool. And also, if we studied the book of Job this week on the webinar, and it was incredible. If you did not get that, there's such a powerful message that the Lord gave me. I mean, just it's his word, but it was a powerful time in the Lord studying the book of Job, and we had that earlier this week. And again, I did not take that link down yet. So if you didn't get that, it's the one on what to do when important things have been stripped away. And again, that webinar link, you can sign up for that webinar replay on the website. On the top of every blog post, there's a little thing with those links. And then just another announcement about that, this coming Tuesday, which is the day before I go to London to minister to our readers there, this coming Tuesday, I'm teaching a webinar on when you're questioning your calling. And if you did not get that yet, please, please, please do. Because if you've ever said, God, what is going on? Why are things not working out the way they should? Did I make it all up in my head? God, am I still supposed to be doing this? Did I get the thing wrong? Why, God, why? And when, God, when? If you've ever asked yourself any of those questions, this class is going to be for you. It's going to be super, super encouraging, an important time of ministry and revelation and Bible study Tuesday. So please sign up for that, okay? All right, so now that we've got all that, in London, that's my last thing to sign up for. London, our group conference / group Bible study is this coming, not Saturday tomorrow, but Saturday the 3rd of May. So the next Saturday. And we will be flying out here on Wednesday, arriving on Thursday, getting ready and getting our bodies adjusted to the jet lag and the overnight flight and everything on the rest of Thursday after we arrive on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're teaching the word in a group on Saturday, and then ministering one-on-one Sunday and Monday. So there's going to be a lot going on. And if you did not see my announcement about that, we had to move from Resource for London because they're closing their doors. We had to move from there to the Crown Plaza at Ealing, Crown Plaza Ealing, out at, right across the street from the Hanger Lane Tube Station. If you have not seen that, please be aware of that and let me know if that keeps you from attending the group Bible study, okay? So that's Saturday, the 3rd of May, from, you can arrive as early as 9:30, but we're starting at 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and it's going to be a powerful time in the Lord. And we are going to be doing one-on-one, I'm sorry, it's actually 2-on-1 with Pastor Kathy and Minister Judy McDonough, who are going to be with me. They're going to be praying with you one-on-one, or 2-on-1 actually, as I'm teaching the group class. Anybody who needs individual or wants individual prayer and ministry time, you can go with them just out in the little lounge or hallway area, in the seating area at the Crown Plaza there, and they will pray over you, okay? And then we're having individual appointments, and I have, I think, 2 of those left available, and those are on Sunday morning before lunch during church time. And all the rest of our individual appointments are all full, okay? All right, so now that we've got that, thank you everybody for your kind words. I just wanted to share some exciting things. Number one, this is exciting. I got a testimony in yesterday from a sister who was in London. She's just recently moved to the continent in Europe. And she let me know. Now, when we were there, I've met her in person a couple of trips ago when we were ministering there. And she let me know at that time that during COVID, she had really fought off suicide, a spirit of suicide, and that the Lord had used this ministry to literally save her life. And I want you to know that. And I got a testimony in from her yesterday reiterating that the Lord has used this ministry to literally save her life. And she is amazing. But I want you to know that, because you know what? You are the one who is helping us make this ministry happen. I mean, we can't do it without you. You know, the Bible says, how can they preach unless they be sent? Well, we're ready to preach, and we are preaching, but you're the one that's helping us. And the way that works is that the crown of righteousness goes to all of us. The crown and the fruit go to all of us. And so you have fruit in that lady and in so many others. I mean, you know, millions of people around the world probably, but by the time you add up wherever our stuff is syndicated and the people who are reading our website directly, it is literally millions of people reading. And that is because of you. And I wanted to say thank you for that. And also, this month, you have allowed us to sow groceries and household supplies into multiple pastors. Thank you for your help with that. That is such an important ministry and such an important encouragement to the missionaries and the pastors that we serve locally and around the world. We are helping missionaries in Southeast Asia, in the persecuted church. That's where, you know, it's illegal to witness for Jesus and they can go to prison for it. You are helping them. And we just got in photos, which I'm not sure, I know I'm allowed to share if I like black out the faces, but I haven't had time to do that yet. But we just got in photos of a mass baptism that they are doing there in Southeast Asia in the persecuted church. Again, this is illegal. They could go to prison for it, but they were out in the forest somewhere, like in a swimming hole, baptizing their people, and we got photos of it. So that's amazing. Thank you for what you're doing there. And then also, another exciting little tidbit of information is that in Guatemala, we are seeing so much fruit, so many results. We just shipped by ocean-going container. We just shipped 9 more cases of books, discipleship manuals that they have requested, as well as we had a drum set in the office that a church down there desperately needed. There was a church plant where they built it with their own hands. And so we were like, hey, you know, right now we didn't have the cash to buy them a drum set, but we've got drums here. So what's in your hand, you know, whatever is in your hand, the Lord will use it. So we packed that drum set up. Like the drum throne, the hardware, the toms, everything, you know. The only thing we didn't have cymbals. And we're praying for the Lord to provide that. Somebody stole our cymbals several years ago when we were letting a church use our drum set. But anyway, so we actually packed up 9 cases of discipleship manuals, the books, and a whole entire drum set, as well as a whole lot of clothes that had been donated to the ministry. And we shipped them by ocean-going container to Guatemala. And they are still en route. They will be getting there in the next few days. They should arrive at the local pastor, who's our coordinator, our missionary coordinator. They should arrive at his church or at his house this coming week. if not even like maybe over the weekend, but it'll probably be this coming week. And so that's huge. That's like, I'm guessing that was around 500 to 700 pounds of material. That's just my guess. So thank you for for helping us to do that. And then also in Guatemala in September, this is not that far away, y'all. We're almost to May. May, June, July, August, September, we are going to be discipling 240 people in our conference alone, not counting preaching at other churches. Okay, so here's what's happening. In September, other than now on the peripheral days, we do meetings and discipleship meetings and trainings and breakouts and things like that, inner healing sessions, deliverance sessions. But on the conference days, here's what we're doing. On the conference day number 1, we are ministering to around 60 pastors, okay? Just plain senior pastors of their own, of the churches, okay? This is not like their leadership or their people. This is just the pastors, because they give out all day long, just pouring out for everybody else. And they're like, hey, thank you so much, because nobody ever cares about us. And we care about them, and you care about them, and you guys are helping us, so thank you. So the first day, it's about 60 pastors, and we've got a lot of work to do, books to print, all kinds of things to do on that. And now what that looks like is we feed them breakfast, lunch, and afternoon, like snack / meal. To me, it's a meal, but the hotel calls it a snack, but it's really like so many hors d'oeuvres that it's actually a meal. Because these people, keep in mind, a lot of them, it's not like they work. They don't get to be just full-time pastors all the time. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. But even so, they have to do odd jobs and things during the day to eat. So if we don't feed them and they come to our meeting, they're not going to eat that day. Okay. The poverty is like, now not everybody, some people are stable, but the majority of the people, the poverty is off the charts. Like you can't even imagine. Okay. So, anyway, so the first day, 60 pastors. And we're already resourcing 16 churches down there, like providing them with discipleship manuals and curriculum and Bible study curriculum and training and equipping. And that's just growing. Okay, that's growing. And especially with the 9 cases of books that they just requested that we just sent them. So thank you so much. Now then, the second conference day, we are training and equipping 180 lay leaders. Okay, so these are like the there's a pastor, the senior pastor at a church, but their lay leaders are like the people, the woman who runs the women's ministry, or the guy who runs the men's ministry, and the people who run the adult, like the married couple ministry, and the children's and the youth pastors and the worship leaders, and like those people, right? So these are their lay leaders, their armor bearers and their co-laborers and their partners that serve the church and that make these things happen. We are serving and equipping and feeding 180 of them. Okay, so between the 2 days, we've got 240 people between those 2 days. And now that is huge, huge, huge. Okay, and again, both days we're feeding them breakfast, lunch, and afternoon meal. Okay, so frankly, this is going to be so exciting. It's going to be off the charts. This is going to be the biggest thing we've done down there yet. I will predict for you. We have already been offered for the following spring. Now, we've been offered it now, but we don't have the capacity to handle it now. We don't have enough people down there that are trained to even handle praying for people if we tried to pack them in by the hundreds. But we're training the leaders in these churches so that in September, they are going to be able for the first time to minister at our conferences and be equipped to actually pray, prophesy over people and pray over people and not be totally out there. Because these people, remember, a lot of the times, they've not ever been discipled in many cases, and the pastors are trying so hard, but they never had materials before. Y'all, I'm sorry, man, my hair is just doing crazy things. Anyway, so we're going to be ministering to these 240 people over the 2 days, and feeding them, all of them, 3 meals a day. We're so glad. We believe, this is just faith. We believe the Lord is providing. But frankly, let me tell you this. It's due in payment. The money for all that is due in payments and increments to the hotel because, we had to reserve the space in advance. We have to reserve the catering in advance. And the first one, now this is not counting This is not counting lodging. This is not counting feeding our team for the other days. This is not counting getting down there. This is not counting any of that. This is only counting meeting space and feeding these people, 240 people times between the 2 days, okay? It's going to be just under $9,000. And one of the payments, I can't remember if this is the first or the second payment. It all runs together. I pay so many bills, honestly. Sometimes I forget which thing I've paid what for. But the next payment, it might be the first one. But anyway, the next payment on that $9,000 is it's like just over $2,000. And it is due here this coming week. Y'all, I need your help. I need somebody who loves missions and has caught the vision, or even somebody's, 100 or a million somebody's, whatever, and who says, I want to contribute. By my math, it's going to cost, if we took the whole like $9,000 and divided that by 240 people, I can't remember exactly what it is. Somebody could maybe do the math on your phone or something. It seems like it's around like just under $50 a person. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a decent amount of money, but to us as Americans, or British or South Africans or Australians or Canadians or wherever we are in the first world, which is where most of our partners are. I mean, we do have partners that are in the third world and the developing world, but most of our partners, are going to be in the in more modern countries with more jobs that are more stable, and they're going to be, most of our partners are more stable, right? So for us, I strongly believe that even for Americans, that God has allowed our countries to prosper so that we can send missionaries and so that we can spread the gospel. I'm really convicted about that. And so if you have a heart for missions, please, will you help me? Because we've got to pay that installment. Now, that's not even counting. It's going to cost us around $4,000 to house our team down there for the week. It's gonna, and then that's not even counting the food and everything. The funny thing about Guatemala, living there, as far as like their housing, is cheap, but for tourists going there who are using the hotels, not living in a house that or anything like that, and actually having to eat in restaurants. Now, if we were able to cook in a home, it would be cheap, but eating in restaurants is just as much as it is in the US, in my experience. Now, there may be some exceptions to that, like if you're out, in the like more in the countryside, not in the city, but in the city, those tourist type of expenses really are not any cheaper than America, right? But it's their own cost of living that is cheaper. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, so I need your help. And this coming payment for for feeding and equipping these 240 people, again, that's just meeting space and food, is coming up this coming week, and it's going to be over $2,000. Will somebody please, would you pray about that? Would you pray about helping or sowing a seed for Guatemala to help us with that? And we already have our airfare. Thank God you guys already donated that, and the Lord provided that last fall. So super excited about that. And we're working on getting it together, even the breakout sessions for the other days, the inner healing and deliverance days. We always do that with pastors. It's going to be an incredible time, but I need your help, okay? Just being transparent. Now, finally, before I finish this, I just want to say a little bit about me personally. I want to say thank you. Things have been tough, and I am not ever going to be like, hey, I'm here and I have no problem, so you should look up to me. The reason that you should listen to me is because I'm teaching you the Word of God. And even then, you should study, like the Bereans, search the scriptures yourself to find out if what I'm saying to you is so. Even when I'm teaching the Word, right? You should always dig into the Word. And if I can be of service to you, then I want to be. But otherwise, I'm the same as you, right? And so I want to tell you, it has been hard, and I've been transparent about some of the challenges that we have been facing. But I do have positive, encouraging news for you, and that you guys have stepped up. Now, we're not yet where we need to be. I will tell you that. However, despite that fact that we're not where we need to be, last time when I did an update, it was like, 3 weeks ago or something, and I just melted down, and I had been melting down, and I just let you guys know on camera, hey, I am rough, and I'm not okay. And I took a few days just because I needed space from ministering. I just needed space from ministry and from everything. Anyway, so I was rough. And one of the statistics that I shared with you on that video is that year over year, as of that day, we were like our giving on our DonorBox platform, which is our main one, was down almost 27% from this year compared to last year. And I will tell you, last year was the worst year we'd ever had, or one of the worst years we'd ever had. And so when I say it was down almost 27%, that was like, emergency. And, and we are still not where we need to be. I will tell you that. However, when I looked at the same number, because I wanted to come and give you an update about it, when I looked at the same number year over year on DonorBox, I looked at it just a few minutes ago, it was somewhere around, instead of 27% down. Now, again, this is being down at all is not good. We need to go up, right? But just look at the comparison. Instead of being about 27% down year over year, which it was a few weeks ago, you guys have stepped up, and now we are just around 9% down year over year. Now we need to come up to where it's first zero, where it's even, so we're at the same place this year as last year, but then we need to exceed that, because this year we're doing tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars of mission work that we just started last year, but this year we're doing a lot more of it, right? And so we need that number to go up, but it's a huge deal that it was almost 27% down year over year on that platform, and now it's only around 9% down year over year on that platform. That's because you guys stepped up and generously out of your hearts, and I know it's a sacrifice, you generously gave. And I want to say thank you, okay? Thank you. Now, are things still challenging? Yeah, absolutely. Is God helping us through? Yeah, absolutely. Do we need prayer? Yes. Especially as we are going to London. I'm headed out on Wednesday with Pastor Kathy Garrett and Minister Junie McDonough, and we're going to come to London. And we need the Lord to provide. We don't have the funding did not come in yet for the food and the transportation. We need the Lord to do that, but He will provide. But I just want to say thank you. Now, I could keep on giving you more updates, and I can at another time, but right now my 7-year-old needs me. And so anyway, so I've got to go. But I love you, and I just want to say thank you. You have made a big difference. Please keep giving. We're starting our we're starting our month-end fundraising today, and we need you to be generous as you have been. And let's get the employees paid. Let's get Gunnar and Pastor Dan and Erickson and Ryan and Diane and Yvonne and everybody paid, because they're working to serve you all day, every day, okay? For those that are full-time, and the part-time ones are working part-time to serve you, okay? It's raining, it's loud, I love you, I need your help. Thank you for being so helpful and generous, and I'll see you later, okay? Bye.